if this is your first time joining me, and welcome back, family members. So it's a few hours to my birthday, so I just thought to come and have this quick talk. As you can see, it's very dark. This is my first time shooting at night. I don't even know how to get the setup right, so please bear with me if you find this video too bright or too dark or not your standard YouTube video. I just thought to come and talk about what has been on my mind lately, and I am sure you guys are already getting to know how spontaneous I can be. So normally this is a period where I just take time to come back into myself, more like crawl back into my shell. I take the time to reflect on the past year and make plans for the next. And I just spend time being very grateful. And sometimes this can go on up till the next year. So I kind of like to, how do you say, I don't know the right word, hibernate. But this time, what has been on my mind is, some of the things that I have learned since I joined the 30 plus club. And then some of the things I wish I knew while I was younger. So I'm just gonna go straight into the video. The first thing is, love is all. This is my all-time favorite saying, and I don't just mean the love that you get from a loved one or your partner. I mean your perspective towards love. So that has changed over time, and I am forever thankful for that. So I believe now that whatever is done with love and passion is done well. I believe that love drives out all fears. So in the aspect of relationship, I wish I knew that love would come, because I was this dark, pessimistic young girl who just didn't believe that love would come to her. And I feel that that came from a place of neglect and so many unresolved issues, but mostly because I didn't feel that I was deserving of love. But how can I feel that way when I didn't love myself enough to give love? I mean, you can't give what you don't have. Talk more of expecting it. But now I know that love will come and love is all. So the next thing is identity evolves. So for example, someone from my past comes up and say, you have changed. I try to take it as a very positive thing instead of feeling bad about it, because I now understand that we are not always going to be the same people we were, like years back, 5 years ago, even last year. And that's okay. Our purposes change, our vision towards life changes, your needs change. And so for every experience that we go through, something in us, I believe, changes, and that's okay. So we're not always going to be the same people that we were even some months ago. That's what I know now. This age has taught me how fragile life can be. And maybe that comes from my experience of being a mother, having to bring life into the world and also having to experience loss. I now know not to hold life so dearly. I now understand the impermanence of things. Not that you shouldn't enjoy life, but now I understand how nothing is permanent. And this brings me to my next point, of something that I have learned at this age, and that is spirituality. So I feel that experiences strengthen us or breaks us. And for me, in a way, it has helped my spiritual life grow. And I'm not talking about religion. I'm not talking about what I knew as a younger person. I have to go to church. I have to wake up and pray the rosary, and I have to kneel before the altar and all the stuff. There was a point in my life where I had to seek God by myself, for myself. And I am glad that I have had that experience, because now I know for sure what I believe in strongly. And I have also made peace with a lot of unanswered questions about life, because some things are just the way they are, and we don't always have the answers and we will not have the answers to those things, and that is okay. Another thing I have learned is that there is nothing beautiful in holding on to pain. Just like Titi Lope the poet says, there's nothing beautiful in romanticizing suffering. So that victim mentality, which I used to have, more like the world owes me. If something bad happens to me, if I go through a bad experience, I feel like everyone is against me and the world owes me. As a matter of fact, the world owes you nothing. It took me a lot of unlearning and learning, and also being patient with the process of taking responsibility, because it is such a long process. There's a lot to accept that nobody owes you anything, and the moment you start having a sense of responsibility, you know, being responsible for your actions, for your decisions, and your life, the more easier I feel life will be for you. So that's something that was a tough one to learn, and I'm still not there yet. I'm still learning, but now I am aware that holding on to pain and things from the past would not do me good. So yeah, I am learning how to handle failures well. So I wouldn't call myself a sore loser, but in the past, whenever I failed at something or I lost a competition, for example, it made me question my ability, made me question my existence. Like I doubted everything, and it took me so much time to, you know, get up and try again. But now I am learning to embrace failures, and I see them as lessons. I see them as part of the process, you know, to a journey of whatever success means to me. Growing older has taught me to prioritize my mental health and not be ashamed about it, especially because of where I am from. Talking about mental health is not a regular thing. It's not something that people discuss openly. Thankfully, I studied psychology, and that has opened my mind to a lot of things, and now I am learning to be unapologetic. I got that right. To be unapologetic about prioritizing my mental health, because health is wealth. Which brings me to my next point, and that is self-care. I am learning to understand that self-care isn't selfish. So a lot of things that I used to take for granted, for example, something as simple as sleep and rest, and not just being available for everything. These are things that I now know that I should be very, you know, conscious of. I mean, in real sense, you don't even have that kind of energy that you used to have when you were much younger. I don't have that kind of energy. I am learning to take care of my body, and I am learning to take care of my mind. So this is the last one, and that is freedom. I think that when you approach a certain age, things that you normally would shy away from, I mean, those taboo topics, are the things that, you know, sometimes just rest on your mind and you are seeking answers to, so that when a conversation comes up, you're so open and you speak about it in depth. And there's something liberating about being able to talk freely about the things that concern you. So I am appreciative of that. So that will be it for this video. I have to stop now, especially because I am very sleepy and it's already my bedtime. Please leave me a comment to tell me some of the things that you have learned. I mean, if you are in 30+ club, and even if you're in your 20s, just feel free to share some of the things that you too have learned, and I will be glad to read from you. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and if you're new to my channel, please give me this little birthday gift by subscribing to my channel. I mean, if you like my content for real. And again, thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye. Have learned. Let's talk in the comment section below, and for the rest, have a beautiful just few things that you too have learned. Perhaps I'll learn a thing or two. just feel free to write. Just feel free.